Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Actually, goal should never be reached in life. When you reach the goal, life becomes insipid. Life becomes useless. Life becomes boredom. One should never reach the goal. See? It is something like this, You are all married, old. I just come from a dentist. So my mouth is, all injections are given. So some words may not be very clear. So I am sorry for that. She has been playing with my mouth for quite some time. So, you are all married, now retired. Before marriage and after marriage, these are the two experiences you have. Experience before marriage, experience after marriage. I have no experience. But I got this information from one of you. And the information was so good. It really meant something great. Marriage is like a public toilet. Those who are outside, they are dying to go in. Those who are inside, they are dying to go out. See, friends. Don't think about any goal in life. Think only one thing. That analyze your experiences and find out what is the best experience of your life. And you will come to one conclusion. The best experience is wherever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, if you accept it without any choice, you are happiest.
Yes.
See? How simple it is. But normally what we do, suppose those people who are in this country and those who are in India, see what happens with them. Once I was with one of my friend in Newcastle in Australia. He has a son, now he's grown up, he's in medical college. So when he was small, maybe class 6 or 7, I asked him, say, hey, do you go to India? Of course, we go every year. Very good. Tell me something great. What I don't know. Because I go everywhere. Tell me. He says, Swami, I'll tell you something what you don't know. Then he said, when we are in Australia, we talk about India. And when we are in India, we talk about Australia. Is it not your story?
Yes.
See? Na ghar ke, na ghat ke. How simple it is. Similarly, old people like you and me, we have no future, only past. So whatever you have to reach in your life, you already reached. And therefore the boredom comes. See, friends, therefore don't have any goal, or if you have a goal in such a manner which you will never reach. Because the joy is in the journey. The joy is not in reaching the destination. Again, take your own experiences. Before you got married, what a great excitement. After you got married, what a great disappointment. See? Therefore, the first thing in our life, don't think about any goal. If you have to think about a goal which cannot be achieved. See? Now, what could be that goal which cannot be achieved? I'll give you a homemade goal. Very simple. You don't have to run here and there. That goal is within you. And that goal is to analyze your experiences and learn from every experience. Two things. Analyze every experience and learn from every experience. When we don't learn from our experience, then we form some kinds of dents and dashes on our mind. But when we learn from our experiences, we do not form any impression on our mind because we have learned. See, take one common example which we all have gone through and we also see at home. When we were children, sometime we had touched the fire as a baby, and because of that our hand got burnt. So we have learned that fire burns, and therefore towards the fire we have no likes or dislikes. We have no hatred. Oh, fire burns, I hate it. No. What is the reason? Because we have learned. When we learn, we grow wise. When we don't learn, we grow old. So there are two types of people who are old and wise, and the second type of people are old and otherwise. Now the old and wise people, they are in demand. Everybody likes them. And old and otherwise people, they are commanding respect. No, they are demanding respect. And therefore, they become frustrated in life. And the cause of their frustration is nowhere outside, because they have not learned from their own experiences. Now, what is that we have to learn from our experiences? Number one, you must have observed, this is what life is. I am not telling you anything from the books. I am not also telling you, Mirabai was such a great devotee of the Lord Krishna. No. Because we are not. Why worry? This I learned again from a child. This process of learning keep alive throughout life. If you want to stop growing old, keep learning. Anything you learn doesn't matter. Learn Chinese.
We need it now.
See? Learn. Nothing wrong. Whether you use or you don't use doesn't matter. Learn. See? One of my friend in Delhi, not Delhi, Bombay, once he met me, he said, Swamiji, last time you came and you told in your lecture, we should learn something or the other. And it has really touched my heart, and I have started learning. I said, Papa, congratulations. You see, don't ask what. I said, it doesn't matter. You learn anything. He said, no, I started learning Sanskrit. I said, very good, learn. Do you know why? I said, I don't know and I don't want to know. Learn, that's it. No, I want to tell you. They say, after you die, when you go to heavens, there they talk Sanskrit.
That's right.
So my friend is a Sindhi friend. So he said, I will not do investment like that. So when I go to heavens, I can get the things because I know Sanskrit. Then, if you touch my mouth, I have no feeling anywhere. So, I said, Papa, it's very good. But plan B. I know you will go to heaven, you are such a nice person. Suppose you go to hell. Then he said, I know Sindhi.
Good sense of humor.
See, friends, at this moment, when you are happy, you are neither old nor young. You are neither woman nor man. You are neither rich nor poor. You are neither in America nor in India. You are happy. And this happiness that you have, has it come from heavens? Has it come from the worldly objects? Has it come from your bank balance? Has it come from your daughter-in-law? No. It is something like, on the air, this petrol pumps in India, they give the card to scratch. And you see your luck. So you scratch and the message comes. As usual, you are unfortunate. Oh God. See? So we are doing nothing. Only scratch. The happiness will come out. And this process of scratching is the process of learning. Learn. So, what I learned from the child, children are the best one to learn from. The child, I was talking to them and telling them stories. See, like Dhruvaji, when he was so small, he stood on one leg and did tapasya, that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, he had a vision of God. One story I told. Second story I told Prahlad ji, how he was tortured by his father and yet he was a devotee of the Lord. Second story. Third story I told about Bhagwan Krishna, lifting that mountain with one small finger. After that was over, there was one child sitting totally indifferent. I said, hey, did you understand? He said, I understood, but I have got one question. I said, yes, ask. He said, what you told is impossible. Standing on one leg and doing Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, I can't stand on two legs properly. This is not for me, maybe for Dhruva. He is right. Second thing I told him about Prahlad ji. He said, my dad is so good, man. My dad is not like his dad. So I don't have to worry about it. He's right, he's not wrong. Then about Bhagwan Krishna. He said, small finger, when it is lifted, I go to bathroom. Where is the place to lift the mountain? And if he has lifted the mountain, he is God. God can do anything. What is great about it? This has given me the best turn in my line of thinking. See, one most important thing, we have to learn. Every experience is our guru. Don't hang on to a person as a guru. Every experience of our life is our guru. In India, you will get hundreds and millions of gurus. Every truck backside is a guru. See? Something wise thing is written there. No? Neki kar nahi, neki kar jute kha.
So true.
See, it was written there. Neki kar jute kha. Maine khaye tu bhi kha. All those people who think they are doing good to the world, they subsequently become frustrated in their life. Because they have not learned. See? About this example, I'll tell you one experience. I was in Calcutta and that time I was pretty young, maybe in my 20s. And one old man was also there in my hostess house. He was a social worker. You know who is a social worker? Social worker is the one who is the utter failure in his personal life. Therefore, he wants to take a revenge on the society. And therefore, he social worker. अपना तो बर्बाद किया, दुनिया को So he was a social worker. And he told me, I will not call you Swami and all that. I'll call you Beta. I said, you call anything. What is there in the name? Call a dog mad and hang it. No problem. He said, what do you do? I said, I talk on Gita. He said, do you think your talk changes the people? I said, no, they don't change. And I don't want them to change. They should continue to be miserable. Then only my market is maintained. If all of them become wise, where will I go? Do you know the prayers of the doctors? Sarve bhavantu roginaha. They don't say Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Similarly, we have got a prayer. Sarve bhavantu ajnaninaha. May you be more and more ignorant. Then our market is maintained. He said, you are a very peculiar person. I said, this is manufacturer's defect. I don't know it is like this. Now, out of courtesy, I had to ask. See? So I asked, Babuji, what are you doing? I am sorry, I don't know about you. And the best way to make an old person happy is to ask him or her about their past and don't listen. If you listen, you will get mad. But चाबी भर के छोड़ दो. So that technique I did. And he started. I was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave. When I was in my school days, I hardly completed my matriculation and left education. And they told me to go to the Northeast India to serve our people. And I am here in the Northeast region, Nagaland probably, for last 60 years. I have spent my whole life here for them. I have done so much. But now they are after my life. They want to kill me. They want to destroy the institution which I have developed for them. And his bitterness started growing in expression. And when the bitterness reached the height, he made a statement, "Ye duniya kutte ki dum ke jaisi." This world is like a dog's tail. So when that bitterness came, I wanted to be sweet. So I said, Babaji, but the beauty of the dog is because of the crookedness of the tail, isn't it? Imagine a dog with a tail like a dish antenna. Will it look good? The dog is beautiful because of the crooked tail. In the same manner, this world is beautiful as it is. Now why he has become bitter? Because under the disguise of the seva, he was only worshipping his ego. I have done this thing for the world. All those elderly people who feel frustrated in their life, it is only because they have this wrong notion that they have done something for others. Friends, when we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we will not be in this world, there will be no lacuna of any kind. Our presence is most uncalled for. And whatever we do, be attentive. Whatever we do, the world doesn't need any of our activities. It is our kujli that we do the things. But we have the wrong notion. See? One Gujarati family in San Jose, they called me for food, lunch. I visit the people's home only for taking food. This is for your information. So, their wife had gone for something, maybe job, and husband was there, so I went. I said, hey, where is your son? He is not seen. Swamiji is in his room, please wake him up. See, there is nothing like free dinner in America. They want to do their work. So I went to his room and it was a huge structure. 6 plus 4 plus. And lying with the Bhujangasana on the diagonal, on the bed like this. 12:30 in the afternoon, you can imagine. So I thought he may be not well, sleeping like that. I said, he may be not well. No, Swami, he is all right. He is useless, good for nothing. I knew what is coming. I said, "Acha, khane mein kya banaya?" If you really want to be happy in your old age, don't hang around any topic. Learn to change the topic instantaneously. Suppose your daughter-in-law is torturing you. Why, Swamiji, suppose? Suppose she is torturing you. Don't bring that topic anywhere. See? So I immediately changed the topic. Khane mein kya banaya hai? And he was a pakka Gujarati. Gujaratis never give up. So he said, "Swamiji, you take food, I'll take later." I said, "Never mind, I come for food, I'll do that job." And again he started. Back home, this is a typical phrase. Back home, when my father used to come to my room, I used to run to the other room out of respect and fear of my father. Now, my son comes in my room, I run to the other room, again out of fear and no respect. What is my life? I said, you have already defined. Your life is meant for running. Run or run. First because of the father, now because of the son. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Accept the world as it is. You will be happiest in life. But what happens, we want the world to be according to our choice. Our children are not furniture. You lift it and keep it there. They are our children. They have our genes. Therefore, they are so terrible. See, don't blame. See? And why this we are not able to do? Because we have not learned from our own experiences. Now one experience I'll tell you. See, if few people are talking on something like you are a gathering, 5, 6 will come together lunchtime and then we talk something. So one person tells some story. See, when I was coming, it was such a heavy rain, one car skid and hit other, and like that about 6, 7 cars were hitting, tuck, 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 tuck. Oh God, I was saved. The story is over. Do you think other person will keep quiet? Ye to kuch bhi nahi. When I was coming, I saw my car went directly below that huge truck. And the truck got, turned down. But my car was all right. Jai Swami Narayan, Jai Bhagwan Krishna, Jai Ram Ram. No, who asked you? This most important principle, friends. This I have learned from one great master. She was in Badrinath many years before, when I used to go there quite often. Once I went there and I had about 1 month camp there. So evening time after satsang was over, I used to go and spend time with her. And she was very elderly lady, very sweet, from Nepal, and I was very young that time. So I used to go and lie down in her lap and she used to play with my beard, give me nice things to eat. Very loving affair. One day I said, Mama, I had decided to stop giving lectures. Enough of lectures. When I said like this thing, she laughed. I said, this is not a joke, why are you laughing? She said, I am laughing because whose question you are answering? Be attentive. When I said, I want to stop giving lectures, her question was, who has asked you to give the lectures? See, friends, try one technique, one of the most important technique if you want to protect yourself from yourself. See, Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmana. We are our enemy, not outside. Only one question you ask yourself. Before we talk to anybody, particularly next generation, your children, your grandchildren, before you talk to them, ask a question. Is it necessary to talk? कहना नहीं चाहिए. I know I should not say, but you know the neighbor's daughter-in-law is far better than our daughter-in-law. When you know कहना नहीं चाहिए, why do you talk? See, friends, one of the most important things. So don't bother about what is the goal of life. Goal is golmaal. You be here only. We have nowhere to go, nothing to do. Only spend life as a counter which is disseminating joy and happiness. Every moment, through every action, every word, every thought. That's all. No goal. Because after you reach the goal, then you are dumb. आगे क्या करेंगे? No. Goal should be such which can never be reached. And this is the goal. That till you are breathing last, till the last moment, we are a counter which is distributing happiness and joy. If I have peanuts in my pocket, I cannot distribute chocolates. If I have not discovered happiness within me, I cannot distribute happiness in this world. See, friends. And happiness is not all the time, that is not happiness. See? Happiness is living at zero complaint level. No complaints about anything or anybody. We have complaints about everything in this world. If there is nobody available, God is omnipresent. Oh God, why did you create this world? Complain. Therefore, He doesn't listen to our complaints. You must have seen, if somebody talks to you for the first time, you listen with all attentiveness. If the same person talks the same thing again and again, then our attention goes, we start devaluating whatever that person says. Be attentive. If we are aware about this, that nobody is interested in our past, whatever glorious may be your past, nobody is interested. Everybody is concerned about their own future. See? But when we interact with our children, our grandchildren, we have long past and hardly any future. We have the known past and the unknown future. And children, they have hardly any past and all the future. Friends, experiences cannot be transferred. Can I say, beta, don't eat rasgulla. It gives diabetes. I have eaten a lot of them. Don't eat. Sorry? Experiences cannot be transferred. Everybody has to have one's own experience. But what we elderly people normally do, see, the children don't take benefit of my experience. They cannot take. They have to make their own mistakes and they have to learn from their mistakes. But we get so much involved in their life and then their life becomes miserable, our life becomes miserable. I'll tell you one place, name and place I will not tell you, but it is outside India, this much I can tell you. I used to be, their guest, they used to host me, and the father is about 80, And the son is about 48. He has got beautiful wife, two lovely children. And yet that 48 years man has zero confidence and all the time fearful and all the psychological things, no confidence, whether it's good or not, all the time. So his father asked me, Swamiji, I don't know what is going to happen to this fellow. He is telling me in front of his son, in front of his wife, in front of his children. If I die, what is going to happen to him? He is not having anything in him. He is because of me only surviving. What should I do? I told him, first you die. And then see how beautiful he becomes. Then I told him, I said, Papaji, under a huge banyan tree, no sapling can grow. Allow him to live his life. You meddle in his life beyond requirement. See, what do you mean? I said, let him have his own house separately. Don't go to his house unless he calls. Let him have his own life. And I don't know, God's grace, he listened. And the son started staying in a nearby town, common business. I said, you stop going to business also. Let him do his business. And within a period of 4 or 5 months, as if some magic has happened. And all the negativities in that young man all disappeared. He started laughing, enjoying, comfortable. And then this old man told me, Swamiji, nobody told me this, that he was under too much of pressure because of me. I said, you will never understand it unless somebody tells you. We have to learn that under a big tree, other plants cannot grow. We have destroyed our life. Let them destroy their life. No, but I want to help him in destruction of his life. Don't do that. See, friends, when you just start learning, this learning is the destination that we have to reach, and learning will never end. See, and once you take this principle, if you are writing type, every day before you go to sleep, write one line, what you have learned today. And don't tell the public. There was one Dadaji, he went to Haridwar. And the grandchildren were surprised, Mummy, Dadaji, when is coming, when is here, we have got a lot of fun to play with, now when is coming. Finally he comes back. So the children asked the Mummy, Dadaji has come back, what he must have done for so many days in Haridwar? No, they do some puja, poti and anything, and they leave something before they come. So the children are oh, Dadaji must have left his glasses. No, not like that. He must have left his slipper somewhere, not like that. Then you ask them. So the children ask, Dadaji, Mummy told you went to Haridwar, you must have given up something. What did you give up? Beta, I have given up anger. Dadaji, you went to Haridwar, what you have given up? Beta, I have given up anger. Dadaji, you went to Haridwar, what did you give up? Beta, I have given up anger. Dadaji, you went to Haridwar, what did you give up? Beta, I have given up anger. Dadaji, you went to Haridwar, what did you give up? Beta, I have given up anger. You don't have to tell anybody. See, any food, whether it is rasgulla and jalebi, shandesh, or it is idli sambar, dhokla, if it is vomited, do we compare that the dhokla vomit is inferior than the rasgulla vomit? Vomit is a vomit, is it not? The knowledge, if it is not digested, if it is not assimilated, if it is not practiced. Without that, when it comes out of our mouth, it becomes like a vomit. And therefore the children don't listen to us. Because our words do not carry the meaning. See, I am coming from Ramakrishna Mission, LA. So, there was one mother, she went to Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahansa. And she said, Thakur, my son is eating too much of sweets. Ask him to stop eating. He doesn't listen to me. He will listen to you. So that great master said, okay, come next Sunday. I'll tell next Sunday, not today. And this continued for 3-4 Sundays. And on the 5th Sunday, he told, that beta, don't eat sweets. They are not good for your health. And the child agreed, okay, Thakur, if you say, I'll not eat. And he agreed. Then the mother wanted to ask something. So the Thakur said, you let the child go out, you alone ask me. Then she asked question, if you have to tell him this thing, don't eat sweet, why did you make me come here 5 times? Why didn't you tell him the first time? Then the great teacher said, Amma, before I tell somebody don't eat sweets, I must myself abstain from sweet at least for a week. Then only my words carry meaning. See, we tell our children, don't become angry, and we are all the time angry. We tell our children, don't tell the lies, and we are constantly leading a lieful life. See, friends, how will they listen to us? Because our personality doesn't remain integrated. See, friends, therefore, don't bother about the goal, God realization. What will you do after God realization? One Amma asked me this question. Swamiji, I want to realize God. Tell me what I should do. I said, imagine I am God and you are seeing me. What next? See? Dhruva has seen God. What next? Don't have that wrong notion of God realization. Forget about God. Let Him express through you. He told me, he has no house to live. He has no hands to function. He has no mind to think. He has no speech to talk. He is searching for a place where he can live, where he can express, where he can talk. But our hands are busy in selfish activities. Our speech is busy in condemning others. Our mind is busy in planning bad things. In that already filled mind-body complex, how can he enter? See, friends, so what is the destination of our life? Empty yourself. See? And to empty ourselves, there is one simple technique. Try. Most important technique. Do not talk about your past. The day you stop talking about your past, you will stop asking other people about their past. We are all the time living in the past. Living in the past is a torture, friends. It is not fun. Try now, just now one experiment we'll do. 389 days before, what lunch you took? Oh God, 389 days. Struggling?
Yes.
Now future. After 2 months, 7 days, what type of clothing you will put on?
Same.
Struggle. You can't tell. Now, when you remain, you have no struggle. See, Either we are pulled in the past or we are pulled in the future. Net result, we are not in the present. To remain in the present, no efforts are required. Effortlessness is 100% divinity. Take example. When we had no glasses, eyes were normal. That time, we were as manufactured by God. Normal eyes. But then, when the abnormality started coming in the eyes, I can't see, we do various actings, this way, that way, and all that, Because efforts are involved. Meaning, when the efforts are involved, we are not normal, is it not? Take another example. When we breathe, we don't have any efforts. But when there is asthma, efforts, not normal. And what is our life? Our life is a tremendous effort. And therefore we get tired. See? I'll tell you, these are gross efforts, subtle efforts which make our life miserable, that I'll tell you. This I referred in some of my talks. Those who are professional listeners, they will know it. See, once I was traveling from Bombay to London, 8-9 hours flight, and one British lady, she came to pick me up from the airport and take me to the place where my lecture was planned in the evening at 5 o'clock. And a long drive, maybe 3, 4, 5 hours. So I got down in the morning and we had a cup of tea in a nearby Starbucks. And thereafter, she was driving. I said, Mama, I think we are going wrong way. Swamiji, you don't have to tell me. I am here for last 35 years. I said, that doesn't stop you from making mistakes. He said, no, I am all right. Go ahead. You have to drive. After going for half an hour, 1 hour, he said, Swamiji, you are right. I have taken a wrong exit. Now what I should do? I said, follow Indian technique. Go wrong way. He said, no, I can't. I said, then suffer silently. Suffer means drive. Hindi suffer. So she has to drive 40 miles to take a U-turn. And by the time we reached the church where I had my lecture, we were about 1.5 hours late. And I was thinking all people must have gone. I can enjoy a nice dinner and sleep. But they were all waiting. So I had to talk. So for about 1.5 hours or so I spoke there. Then we had a little bit of socializing. Then I had dinner. And then I was watching this documentary on Tibet in my friend's house. He was a Buddhist. So this lady who was driving me, she said, Swamiji, why don't you go and sleep? I said, it's none of your business. You mind your business. I'll do whatever I want. I'm not anybody's servant, No, are you not tired? I said, no, I'm not tired. I'm surprised. I said, keep surprising. No, not that. I want to be like you. How come you came all the way from India, we drove for 4-5 hours, and then you gave a lecture, and then you had a dinner, and yet you are not sleeping, you are not tired? I said, no, I am not tired. But I want to be like you. Tell me what is the secret. I said, you cannot be like me. Because wisdom is directly proportionate to the length of the beard. Longer the beard, more the wisdom. Shorter the beard, doubtful is the wisdom. No beard, no wisdom. I said, you rule out. You can never be wise like me. No, Swami, please tell me something. I said, look here, Mama, your whole life is a struggle. You want to prove something to somebody. Don't try to prove anything to anybody in this world. Be yourself. We don't live what we are. We are hypocrites. See, friends, be sincere. But our whole life is this, inside something, outside something. As a result, there is a constant tension, tug of war going on. And therefore we get tired and frustrated in life. See? Be sincere and pure. And sincerity and purity is accept the world as it is. How simple it is. But this we forget. And therefore we start suffering. So the best way is this. Delete two things from your system. Emptying. This is called a process of emptying. Or in the language of Buddhists, let go. I was in Shanghai before coming here. So there is one river, Pu. Name of the river is Pu. So we used to go for a walk in the morning there. And there used to be a dozen Chinese. They'll be bringing with them in a big vehicle many baskets of fish, live fish in the waters. And I used to say, hey, what do you do with this thing? So language is a problem. So they said, wait here and see, because they can't tell me and I can't understand their language. So when they did some mantra chanting, something like that, and then each basket full of live fish, they used to pour it into the waters, all the fish are laid, all hundreds and thousands of fish, they used to say. So there was one girl, she knew English also. So she told me, see, this one, what they are doing, this is called as let go. They collect all the fish from the market, whatever they can afford, live fish, and they send back them to their lifestyle. Exactly the same way. Let go. Come back to your own model as you were manufactured by God. Our condition is like we buy a phone. And there are many free downloads, free apps. So keep on downloading free apps. A day comes when the phone starts hanging out. Hey, what happened? The phone hangs because free download. The free download is the collection of possessions and collection of relations in life. Till such time, we carry the burden of possession and relations. We can never be at peace. Then how do we live? Should we become sannyasi? Don't take away my market. Then what is to be done? Be attentive. Go to Bengaluru and do Karnataka. Don't become too much involved or serious with anything or anybody. How it is possible? It is possible. You are expert in that. We are expert? Yes. How many Mahatmas have come and told you and gone? Has it made any difference? So as you listen to the satsanga, listen to the worldly things. One of my friend, when I was going, I said, hey Mahatmaji, how are you? Swamiji, don't call me Mahatma. Where I am a Mahatma? I said, okay. Oh fool, how are you? So the moment I said, oh fool, how are you? He became angry. Not because I called him fool. How come Swamiji also knows? Others call me fool. Now see, when I called him Mahatma, he didn't listen. When I called him fool, he listened. In the same way, when we are told something about higher, we don't listen. But when we... No, I should not tell you, your friend, Gupta ji, yes, but I never expected this thing from him. What did he say? No, it's forget about it. He's your friend. Why should I bring enmity between two friends? I will not tell you. Do you think you'll keep quiet? We want to know. See, friends, truth we don't want, untruth we want. Come back to your own self. And that is possible. Don't get involved too much in this world. You don't have to worry about this world. Take care of yourself. Bhagavan clearly tells in Gita, when there is a need, I will come, you don't worry. Then what should you do? Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasade. You are in this world for your evolution. Keep this as the destination and keep evolving till you disappear. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.